Song, yeah. Nice. Makes it first. Turn on my music. I can vibe a little harder. There we go. Wait for people to get in. See who's willing to come chat. I don't think I turned off my VPN, so we'll see how this goes. Let me know if there's any issues, please. What's up? Bobo in the house. Letting people get in. Have you any opinions about metaverse projects? Yeah, I have opinions. Crypto God, how you doing? Let everybody get in here. And then we'll get rolling. Got about an hour. Hour 20 or so to hang out. And then I'm hopping onto a Clubhouse call with a buddy, Robbie Wolf. And so I'm going to go right from here, essentially into another call. So we'll keep the vibes rolling as long as we can. But if you want to keep going further than that, you can. Cool. Yeah, it's gonna be a public chat on Clubhouse. So he hosts a show every. What's up, Jaspo? Crypto God with the sweet emoji. I don't ever know how to do it quickly. Can't cheer. Okay, here we go. 1, 2, 3. Chat. There we go. Yeah, so his name's Robbie Wolf. Good dude. DGen. We're just going to chat about the market. I'm going to hop on his show. He'll probably come on here too. Camel Can, what's up? So you can see what I have on my screen here. Shady. How you doing, bud? And let me go to this. This is what triggered me to move. Hey, Careless, what's up, buddy? Yeah, it's a wild day, man. Good weekend. Had a good weekend. We had this live rotate. If you were in the announcement channel, that was pretty sick. I literally, as we were on this red line, said, probably gonna hit R here for the next 16 hours. It just went straight down, which is pretty sick. You know, sometimes you say shit like that's gonna happen, and it's pretty tough to like know if it is. But when it does, it's super validating. I mean, you know, just bounced right off 0.074. Pretty sick. Pretty sick. All right, so we got Nibbler coming in with what I usually ask for. So you guys know, first off, welcome to Stack Labs. Happy to be back streaming with y'all. I got a new chair. You can see I'm sitting in. It's kind of behind my head. Pretty sweet. That was from a recommendation in the Stack Labs Telegram room. So we're back. And yeah, we're gonna be streaming a lot in the near future. So I had some stuff to take care of last week. It was pretty cool. But Stack Labs, brought to you by StackedInvest.com. Go check them out. You know I like to start off the show by asking how you guys are feeling. So we just came off a pretty good weekend. What are you guys thinking? Is it too good to be true right now? Are we sitting here going, oh my God, you know, everything's at highs? It's been ripping too long. I mean, we've essentially gone, I'm looking at a different chart off screen. I mean, it's been like no heat long since 28K, right? Jaspo's bullish, Bobo's feeling good. selling you a pretty good week and weekend to me. Yeah, I agree. Dip still to be bought until proven otherwise. I would agree, Shady. Yeah, I mean, really, if you go back to, like I said, 28K, dip buying has been a profitable strategy since July 19th. Right? So, it's been a pretty good time. Not that we haven't had pullbacks. I mean, we went from, what, 29 to 52 back down to 40, so it's not like we didn't have some pullbacks. XXT said feeling healthy. That support at 60K was godlike, wasn't it? Yeah, it was a nice turn here. Let me go there. I mean, I love ETH BTC, but we might as well just start right where we should. And by the way, look, we're rejecting. It's just unbelievable. This shit looks like I draw these lines afterward. But if you've been following me ahead of time, like these lines were drawn right fucking there. The whole time. The whole time. It's just unreal how well this shit works. But yeah, this drip down here, what XXT just said, support at 60K was nice. Like we came down and it was like do or die time. I mean, look, I drew numbers on my fucking chart as to where we could land. That was one. The line drawer, that's me. And we pulled right back up and, right into a trend again, right? Higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low, higher high. It's pretty sick. Pretty sick, man. So it's been strong. And I like that. Nibbler, thank you for the sub, man. Subscribe with Prime. I still haven't even taken the time to subscribe to my own stream, so I don't know how you do that. But I appreciate those of you who have figured it out. I think might as well. If they give it to you for free, might as well subscribe to myself. But yeah, it was a good weekend, man. It was a good weekend. I liked it. I spent a lot of time on Solana, getting ready. XXT, thank you, bud. Subscribing. A couple subs. We got a hype train coming. All right, cool. Hype train coming. You click subscribe and there's an option to use Prime. Oh my god. All right, well then, I guess there's no real reason for me to not subscribe to my own channel. I don't know if you're supposed to do that or not. I'll probably get dinged for suggesting it, that I subscribe to my own stuff. But I pay for Prime. Why not? XXT gifting. Oh my god, you guys come out very generous today. I appreciate that. I think you get given a tier 3 yourself. Yeah, I do. But I have multiple accounts. So one that is not this one, I could put on my own. But anyway, it doesn't matter. Generous in a bull market? Yeah, we'll see. We'll see how it goes when we're not there. So yeah, this defense of 60K was just bananas. Really, really nice. Really good stuff. And now we're up here consolidating. And if you remember, this is going back a while ago, just to kind of hop into this real quick. When we were down here, okay? When we were down here, I had this area circled to say there's a lot of shit that goes on right here. And, I make this joke all the time because a person called me out, and rightfully so, that my charts are not that clean. I have a lot of shit on there, which is true. But if it's on there, it's because it's important. XXT, get out of here, man. Thank you. Hits Dingeth with a sub. Very cool. Yeah. Hey, man, we're all family, right? So you had this supporting line coming up, and then you had the channel top, and then this kind of like rising resistance line, which is what it is. Cats, what's up? Welcome back. And I thought, you know what, man, this area is going to be hard to overcome, right? And we had a little bit of issues, and then we just pounded right through, which was great to see. But then you got into like previous all-time highs, and we actually got into new all-time highs, and we got some kickback. We got some rejection in this area, right? All the way back down from 67 on the index. What was the high? I gotta get my freaking drawing tools on my way. It was from 66,998 on the index back down to 57. So $12,000 pullback. It's not nothing, right? And here we are right back again. But just because we go through these and back doesn't mean they're not important. In fact, you see these touches on either side. I was making jokes in the Telegram announcement channel that like we're just having this battle back and forth where you can see it. You know, we break through, go up, down, kind of mess around with it, and here we are again. Like we're screwing around right in that area. We're screwing around right in that area of new highs. And so it's going to be interesting to watch this play out, but I think it plays out with Bitcoin taking the lead. Okay? My current short-term thesis is Bitcoin is about to take the lead. Bitcoin may take the lead for the rest of the year. If you remember, people have asked me and Kaz, when I was on Kaz's stream, what's your end of year projection for Ethereum? And we were talking about that and Bitcoin back when it was like here, right? What's your end of year prognosis? My end of year target, my end of year target was here, okay? 70 to, what's the highest? 70 to 80 grand. On a conservative layer, you could go a little bit more aggressive, find something else. That's where I thought it would be. But I'm bringing this up because when I was asked the same question, oh, what's up, Kaz? Kaz in the chat. On Ethereum, this is what I said. It was the same idea. And by the way, I know these lines are on here. It's because I haven't erased this chart going back to the March crash. Okay? You can go in and look at every single one of my levels going back. But this to this to guys, we're right there. So I think it was the first time I was on your stream, Kaz. Somebody asked us, what do you think the year-end price is going to be for Ethereum? And I was like, 5,000-ish, somewhere in there. We're in November, and this is that fucking, like, I should make it enormous. Look at this thing, okay? I'm going to make it red, too. That is not easily overtaken. Oh, sweet. Yeah, so I'm on for the next hour and 20 or so. And then I'm actually hopping into a buddy's clubhouse. But yeah. So this was the target for the end of the year all along. All along. This is where it was. And so like, holy shit, we're here. So that had me thinking like, you know what, man? Maybe we calm down for a little bit on Ethereum. And I think that's pretty good. By the way, Sonya with the gift. I don't know if I said that earlier, but Sonya, thank you, man. We got 2 new subs. We got 3 gifted subs. You guys are great. I love the bullish donation of subs. But it's not that we can't break this, okay? And I think that we can, and I think we probably will. But it would look, to me, more like this, okay? Now, you're going to be like, fuck, you're drawing more on this on this ridiculous ass chart? Yeah, I am. It doesn't even get better if I switch to something else. So, sorry. You're going to have to deal with me here for a moment. Because there's so much shit going on here, and I can't really delete anything because they're all important levels. Mark EB. Okay? So, here's what I would actually expect to have happen here, because this is not some shit, like, not all resistance is created equal, right? By the way, does my camera look better today? I feel like I tried to mess with it this week and it looks better. Not all resistance is created equal. This is a big one. And I do think we eventually start flipping it, but this is going back to 2017, right? So I would expect us to do one of these guys. Like, no joke. I can see us wicking up to like 5,000. And then doing one of these. And just flagging the year away. Okay? Just flagging the year away. Just moving sideways. And there's nothing wrong with moving sideways. I could be wrong on this too. Just my point is this stuff is not easily done. And I would not care if we move sideways on Ethereum. You know what that means for alts right now? It would be crazy. So just keep an eye out for this. So if you take what's going on with Ethereum right now, and then you go, well, let's take a look at Bitcoin. And let's do that right now. Bitcoin has these crazy ass lines. So this is just from like the line that we picked from the start of the year is right really here from where we topped out before. Okay, this is how I'm choosing to do this. I'm taking the anchor points, not the wicks. You can do the wicks too, but I'll be more conservative than that. And it creates the same sort of resistance extending into the future. So for us, that's like, you know, $80 or so thousand. You could go back even further if you wanted to and do this. Look at that shit. Fucking yikes, right? But let's say we use the wicks. Maybe not as good as we thought. 72, 73. Right? So 72, 73. If you don't use the wicks, I mean, goddamn, look at this shit. We're right there. And look where we kicked out last time. Even though we got into price exploration. So we'll see. I think on the daily, on the 3-day, it looks better. But we're right up against it right now. Yeah, I don't see anything from a MACD perspective. So I don't mind where we are. This is going to be an interesting end of the year. We have, you know, pretty good movement in the S&P 500, but there's your channel top here as well. I don't know if it's quite as linear as we all think. We're like, hey, let's just fucking moon. If we had all sat back, even in the start of the year, so let's go back to January for one moment. January 1 on the S&P 500, I guess January 4th would be the first day. We opened at 3748. We're currently at 4700, roughly. Let's go to Bitcoin. January 1, we opened at 28,976. We're currently at 65,886. This is even more ridiculous. January 1, open, Ethereum, $737. And we're sitting at 47.76. It's not like you can look at this and be like, well, there's just a lot of wood to chop right now. Is there a lot of wood to chop right now? I don't know, guys. So that was why I gotta look what the actual announcement said. But the announcement the other day was we're approaching this level of R on ETH BTC. Range high consolidation that will hopefully lead us to the next R upon breakout. Head on a swivel though for mean regression. Even the mean regression on Ethereum right now, just 50-day moving average. Look where it is. It's $1,000 less than here. That's how overcooked we are right now. It actually looks better on Bitcoin, 55. Yeah, cats. I feel like we've had 10 years of PA in 1 year. We have, man. Just think about crypto. When you trade 24 hours a day, I can't remember last time I got a great night's sleep. It's been a minute. But that's okay. This shit is fun. It's fun, damn it. But I would anticipate that Bitcoin takes over here. It's gonna carry the narrative a little bit better for the remainder of the year, I think. All right. So this rejection point was what we were talking about yesterday, where I said head on a swivel. We got to right here, which is created by this turn in price. These people, which we've talked about before, but I'll reiterate for the moment now. Why does that happen? Well, because somebody bought there thinking that was the dip. Somebody bought here going, okay, this came down and we're just gonna, woo, straight to Valhalla on Ethereum. And that's obviously a very aggressive buy, given that you just came off a crazy run from down here, okay? So that person bought that area. And we've all done it. Don't say that you haven't. I know I have. And then they watched this shit move against them in a real way, like all the way down. We went from 0.07 to 0.059. 0.07, God, 0.075 to 0.059. It's a big move. And when it gets to that level again, people close their positions, okay? That's what they do. This person sat underwater from September down into the bottom in October when they wanted to, you know, cash in their chips and then ran it all the way back. So essentially they were underwater from September until November. And when they got the opportunity to cash out, they did. That's how this shit works. Everybody in here will say they practice stops. They don't. They're full of shit. You know how few of you actually use stops the right way? It's not a lot, okay? Hopefully that's why you're here, so we can talk about it and do something different. Yeah, I didn't use stops till September crash, but I do ever since. Zero. Dingus said, what's a stop? That's the exact same thing that killed my account in 2018. Yeah, man. The exact same thing that killed your account in 2018. Look at this shit, okay? A lot of you are new, so it's not like if I go over this stuff, you're gonna be like, yeah, bitch, I heard this already. But I'm gonna switch to Bitcoin here for a moment, and what happened at the crash in May. And you're all gonna be like, fuck, it's the same shit happening. So you gotta look at this from all levels, man. All I is your friend on TradingView. But yeah, people literally don't use stops. They just buy and hold, and they fucking hope. But look at this shit, okay? Here we are in May. This came down. People don't buy here. They buy here. We lost the channel. I don't know why that's sitting there. We lost this channel. Which is a big deal, because this channel went back to the start of the year. So we essentially had a 4.5 month channel. Came down, back up. This was the key level that we talked about forever on stream. If you missed it, sorry. Get your notes from a classmate. And rejected down. But somebody YOLO long this bitch, thinking like, we're just gonna straight up only to the top of the channel. I'll see you at 100 grand. Like, that's not how this shit works. But there was a guy who bought here and said, you know what? I'm gonna hold it. Came all the way down. They literally bought at 58 and they had no problem holding down to index price 28. Okay. And then that person sold right here. I guarantee you. Hand to God. This first attempt at it on the 14th of October, where it rejected, that guy closed. That guy closed and he was happy about it at 58K. He was like, I did it. I'm the greatest trader alive. I bought at 58,000 and I held down to 28,000. And then I rode that motherfucker back to my entry and I closed it for break even. Woo! And they were excited about it. Okay? They were. And that's the same person who's going to buy the top because they don't know what they're doing. Story for the grandkids. This one time I bought the top on Bitcoin and I held that bitch for 5 months and I closed break even. And then Bitcoin went to 100 grand after I closed. And then I bought the top at 100 grand and I held it down to 57 again and back up. And I just like to repeat this process. Seriously though, man, this shit happens. So we sit here right on the edge. We got a little bit of the momentum that we used to get from September to October 20th. We got except for that like full month only up. We got to burn off some of this momentum down here. Remember, the MACD, which is all I use, the only indicator I use that isn't like a moving average. MACD is moving average convergence divergence, okay? So it's essentially the difference between a slower moving average and a faster moving average. And when it gets way out of whack high, it's overcooked, right? It's a momentum indicator. And you need things to kind of level out. Think of it like the 50-day, and the 50-day goes right up, and the 200 is here, and they kind of move sideways and come back together, and that's what the MACD is. It's what it's measuring, okay? It's a way to gauge how overheated a move is. But parabolic moves don't give a shit. So like that's why you can't just always be like, oh well, the MACD said this, so I moved. It's all a part of context, right? And so we were able to burn some of this off. I mean, essentially we had a declining MACD every day but one until yesterday. And today it's looking positive again. We're starting to see this move. I haven't checked RSI lately, but I assume RSI is doing the exact same thing. But this is why, like, when people ask me about do I buy now after a move's happened, it's tough for me to give an answer on that. Because it depends what your strategy is. If you're scalping, buying the top, if you have stops in place, great. But if you're using leverage, you don't know how to use leverage, which you shouldn't be doing. That's the whole reason I created the Plus EV fund, was to show that you can get crazy multiples without ever touching leverage. Regardless, not my point. You look at this and say, "Oh shit, it's gonna go." So like, I'm gonna put a theoretical out in front of you guys. You tell me. Well, fuck. Let's do this right now. How many of you have Bitcoin exposure right now? Like actual Bitcoin exposure, where you moved into Bitcoin in the last couple of days. Obviously, I'm doing some very unscientific sampling here. I had until last night. I have 0. I have it in ETH, 0. Never had a single one. ETH. Okay, this is perfect. This is exactly what I wanted. Yeah, the majority of people do not have enough Bitcoin right now. 0. I bought heavy at the last cross under 61. Good for you, XXT. But you did, you kind of watched Ethereum run a bit on that. Fucking ad. God damn it. I need to spend some time Googling how to disable ads. Puta madre the ads. Tell me when you're back. Yeah, I hear you. Hungry Ape name. What are these ads you keep talking about? I don't know, man. I don't ever see them. What the fuck? Sub shouldn't have ads? Yeah, I know. Is my VPN... I don't know. Good for you, Hungry Ape. Maybe it is. That's amazing if it is. Share your VPN. Hopefully everybody else can get ad blocker too. 2 ads to the price. You got 2 in a row? NordVPN. All right. All right, we're back. So, yeah, I will use Brave. There you go. Brave, now the official web browser of Solana. Bezos needs to pay for space adventures, boys. Embrace the ads. All right. All right, we're all back. Yeah, I didn't give the answer. I just been shooting the shit. But I asked the question about who all had Bitcoin here, and the majority of you said, no, I don't have any. Okay. Which may be the right play. I don't know. I'm guessing it's not. But my point in setting up that entire line of conversation was, are you appropriately positioned right now? So if your theory is Bitcoin's about to rip, which mine is, by the way, I think Bitcoin's going to outperform in the near term. And we get this candle. Okay? Straight up to 72K. Just face melting, ultra trace. Everyone's like, fuck, I don't have any Bitcoin. I need to get in. It's going to 100 grand right now. You know when I get asked, should I buy Bitcoin? Right there. That's when I get asked. Hey man, too late for this move? Should I move into Bitcoin? Well, I mean, well, fuck. Be the top buyer you want to see in the market, I guess. Right? Marky B, bought BTC at 40K in September, moved half into Sol. Sol's been outperforming, that's a good play. But people ask, like here, and they go, fuck, should I buy at 72? And people are just generally late. Not late for the move, just early for the way down. Fair enough. And that always bothers me because, yeah, like, I always had people ask questions, where are we going? Because, yeah, could it keep going? Could we just straight up only into 80K? Yeah, very, very possible. Okay, we could. But it also might peter out there. I don't know. The point is, these things move. And by the way, I'm pulling this whole statement into an ETH BTC conversation right now to add evidence as to why I think Bitcoin is going to outperform. Okay. Should you get long here? I mean, I don't know, man. But if we do flip this crazy resistance, we might go straight up. But more than likely, things move with trends. That's why I keep this shit on my chart, okay? Higher low, higher high. Higher low, higher high. Higher low, higher high, right? Okay? I put that shit on my chart, not for me, guys. Believe me, I know what a higher low is. I know what a higher high is. I'm just trying to get it to you that shit moves in trends. Okay? So we had a higher low. A fucking high consolidation higher low, which is extremely bullish. And we're sitting right here. So someone will ask me at 72K, should I buy here? And I'll go, fuck, I don't know, man. Maybe. It might. But there's a reason why a trend is a series of higher high and higher lows. And it generally is, I think it was XXT, or it might have been, shit, who was it? Fuck, I'm looking for it right now. Where are you, damn it? Somebody who said it's just buy the dip time, right? Yeah, it's XXT said it's just buy the dip time right now. Might have been shady. I don't know. But the point is, shit always moves in a trend. That's where rotations come from. So if we break out here and move to 72K, someone's going to ask me at 71.9, you know, should I rotate in? Okay, all right. And then it's going to come back down. It's going to be like, what the fuck, man? I bought at 72, now we're at 66. Well, first off, not your mom, do your own homework. But that's how this shit happens. That's what mean reversion is. That's the whole idea behind this concept, is that, yes, it would be sweet if all we did was this. Woo! Straight up, right? Let me get off this fucking screen. If all we did was just straight up the whole time. And I would argue that's what this was. Like, this was straight up from the start of the year to the turn, and that's why we had this downfall. You want to see measured higher highs and higher lows. Not a term, but I've been saying this for fun. Buy the rumor, buy the news, buy the dip, light the fuse. I mean, it's catchy. I like it. So, keep that in mind as we're sitting here and Bitcoin's considering ripping to 70,000. Everyone going, son of a bitch, he was right. Not because I love Bitcoin. In fact, if you hear me talk at all, I really fucking don't like Bitcoin. I like Ethereum 10,000 times more, but I like money more than I like my preference. And that's separating yourself from the situation. Now, let's go here, okay? Where we longed this, I posted when I longed this, I moved the fund when I longed this, okay? You can see my position if you follow me at all, okay? So we had this crazy run up into what we knew would be resistance at this 0.074. Bobo just talked about it. Now, would it be the worst thing in the world if we did this? Like, sincerely. Would that be so bad? A higher low to challenge this resistance. Like, this is how you want things to build. This is how you want price to develop. As long as the lower low doesn't get broken, it should be fine. Yeah, so as long as the low doesn't become a lower low, which in this scenario would have to be down here, because I don't even count this as a higher low. Like, there's nothing wrong with this. So we hit, like, what is not significant R, but some R. More significant R is up here. So let me back that off. What if it went more like this? Okay, what if it did that? That's 1. What if it did this 2? Okay. Do we really care about that? Not at all. That's where playing these rotations makes so much fun. Or makes so much sense and it's so much fun. It only ends up like that volcano in Spain. Not good. Springs are always healthy. I imagine healthy markets as trampolines, go down and recharge for a kick of resistance. Camel Can's a great point. Okay? You need, if everybody's on one side of a trade, weird shit happens in the markets. If everybody's long, weird stuff happens. Where funding gets out of control, nobody's taking the other side of a trade, and then you get like weird rinse out days where shit just goes absolutely bananas. So no, I want both sides of it. But right now, like we lost this level and we came down and now we turned back up and we got to right here and I was like, okay, man, I might look like an asshole here. But like people are selling into that. People are converting to Bitcoin right here. Because really this was this. Let me show. This was support until it was broken. Now it's resistance. People are selling into that. Might it just like rip straight back through? Yeah, it might. It might. But this was a bearish divergence. And if you followed me at all, you know that what you expect out of this is to come down to the other side of the 50, test it from the bottom, and fail. That is how this plays out the majority of the time. And we're getting exactly that right now. So there's a lot of shit that says Bitcoin should pull ahead. Now, this is the one thing that I just wonder sometimes if people fully understand. And maybe you do, maybe you don't. And you don't have to say whether you do or not in the chat. But remember, Ethereum BTC has nothing, ETH BTC has nothing to do with US dollars. So ETH BTC could decrease, and it could just be that Ethereum is decreasing faster than Bitcoin is, and this chart goes up, right? Or if Bitcoin goes up more than Ethereum, but they're both moving up, it's still gonna go down, right? So you have to kind of separate your biases on this to be like, well, what do you mean, man? This looks like a bearish post on Ethereum. Not really. Because if we go to 70K and Bitcoin and Ethereum has a high level consolidation or even potentially breaks out a little bit and just hangs out while everything else is going on, it just isn't accelerating as fast, we still get our higher low. Right? Is this making sense? I always worry when you guys stop talking in the chat. I appreciate that you're respectful and you don't want to be like, hey man, look at my fucking alt. But I don't know. Does this make sense? Help me out. Clear. All right. Good. Thank you. Thank you all for the confirmation. So, I will say on record forever, if I had to pick one thing to trade and one thing only, and I couldn't switch, it would be Ethereum. Okay? It would not be Bitcoin. I said last stream when I was on Kaz's stream that like the Bitcoin maxis owe this entire run to Ethereum. Bitcoin has rode Ridden? Fuck, I don't know. The coattails of Ethereum since March. It's been DeFi and money coming into DeFi and the things happening on Ethereum that have moved crypto higher and brought in more money. Nothing else. I mean, yeah, the fucking printing of money does all that shit, but you gotta you gotta see the forest for the trees, right? There's a sea change happening, and it's centralized finance moving to decentralized finance, and that's this. Okay? See this? This was the test pump, guys. When we talk about test pumps, this is it. I traded the fuck out of this in DeFi Summer. That's all it took for DeFi Summer. Okay? Now look where we are. High consolidation. Do you guys know what's going to happen when we break this? Like, this is literally... This is where I'll put on my Hopium hat, okay? Or my fucking Bulltard, or whatever you want to call me. When we pop 0.085, when we pop 0.0856, oh my god. Yeah, Bulltard. You guys haven't heard that? You need to be more degen chats. Okay. No, not like that. Like, we're gonna go straight to 10%. We're gonna go straight to 10%. Yes. Yeah, generational money all season. Like, it's going to be insane. Look how clean this chart is, guys. This is a 3-day chart. 3-day chart. A fucking 3-day chart. It looks so good. So yeah. The other thing too, and this is my last real point on this, and then we can move on to other things, but people still bitch. Yeah, I gotta address this. Dingeth. You'll notice Bulltards come into chats at range highs and dumb bears come in at range lows. It's the best. It's like literally as, you know, death, taxes, and idiots fucking not knowing when to be vocal in chats. Yeah. Oh my god, Ethereum to the moon. Oh my god, Bitcoin to the moon. Right? Like, just stupid people. I forgot what I was going to say because that was too funny. Been too long. It's just so productive. I'll think of it in a second. Nah, you're good, man. It was funny. I like laughing. I like to laugh. If I don't laugh, man, I have bad days. Days where I don't laugh, it's a problem for me. So we're going to see something crazy. It's all about centralized finance. Let's do a little check-in with our friend Solana. Ah, shit, yeah. Hopium had above resistance and, you know, fucking bears coming in at the range lows. The moment you actually feel yourself becoming that bullish or bearish, like, you should check yourself. Quite frankly, I'm having the feeling right now with crypto at large. Bolex, good seeing you, buddy. Glad you could be in live. Very cool. Yeah, we're talking about Solana here. I think Solana is still grossly undervalued. I still think that we're going to see some crazy shit happen in the very, very near future. And I don't think it's accidental that the Solana conference is right now. I think there's going to be some crazy news this week at the Solana conference. So what I want to see happen left on this. Yeah, I'll give it to you here. One second here, guys. I drew this line before because this is what like would stop a 3-day bearish divergence. Okay. And this would be a little bit of a push higher, and we get rid of that bearish divergence on Solana, which would be pretty wild. So hopefully we see that happen. But without further ado, unannounced, but here now, Kaz hopped into the room. Kaz, what's up, baby?
What's happening, everybody?
Hey,
Good to
look,
be here.
Kaz made it.
I made it. I figured out how to use Google Meet.
I love Google Meet. I think it's easy. I mean, you're a Discord guy. I'm a boomer.
Yeah, right.
So, you know, that's our difference. But yeah, we got Kaz in the house.
Right on time to talk about some Solana stuff. So.
Right on time, dude. Solana's what we want. Let's talk about Solana. So we got this conference this week. I don't know if you're still like watching the stream, but it might be a little bit delayed.
I am. I have it on my other screen. I'm seeing you draw the trend line, the channel right now.
Oh,
so
wow.
I don't know how far behind that is.
It's actually pretty quick.
Yeah, Twitch has less of a delay than YouTube. So when we're on mine, it's always way slower.
Gotcha. All right, makes sense. So yeah, I think this trend line top is 287, and I think that's very, very conservative, and probably even more than that. But tell me, how you feeling about Solana right now?
I'm feeling good. I mean, we're right up against the weekly open right now. Mm-hmm. I think if you're looking at like the 15-minute, 30-minute, hourly, whatever, any of those lower time frames, you can kind of see that we had a bit of a downtrend since we hit 260, and then this morning we had that impulsive move like 4 hours ago to break above that.
Yep. And
also break above that like 248 SR. But it's honestly this whole region. Like if we can hold above this 247.5 to 250, like hold above that, I think we're gone. Like I think the low is probably in at 240.
I think you're right. Because I have it pulled up. I don't know how far you are behind me, or if you can even see this already. You probably can. But
yeah, the 30-minute.
Yeah, just getting over that little pivot this morning on that rip is productive. Like, yeah, when we were at 253, it was like, oh, let's go straight back to the highs. Right. But I'm okay with this hanging out here, right?
Yeah.
And look at this volume that came in too.
And I kind of have two ranges that I'm working with right now that I'm not sure like which one is the better of the two, but I think both of them provide a little bit of value. I can send them to you on Discord. I don't know if you want to show them or send them to you on Telegram.
Yeah, send them to me on Telegram.
I don't know if it'll be hard. But...
Live producing is a little bit harder for me, but at least we can do it on the link, so that way I don't have to.
No, yeah, we don't need to. I mean, if you just like open it on.
Jesus. Apart from the mine or the white in my face.
How bright it is.
So guys, remember, I literally have dark mode maximalist in my profile. Okay, that's how much I hate bright lights. But anyway, go ahead.
I've got dark mode on literally everything. But I don't know why. I just like see things better on a white chart. So I apologize to everybody. I do wear glasses, and they have like the little blue light thing. So I guess it doesn't bother me as much, maybe. With that being said, yeah, put your soul shades on, put on some sunglasses.
Non-dark mode is for serial killers.
Yeah. Okay. White charts though are the one exception. I'll die on that hill.
Dude, make it like a cream or like a white gray, right?
I could look into it.
Then you can get the same idea. Anyway, sorry, I didn't mean to hijack your thoughts.
No,
Keep going.
Here's the first range I'm working with. I had this one for longer because I liked the sweep of the high on November 5th and then also the sweep of the low. We had some good mid-range interactions between the 5th and the 7th, and then also a nice tag of the mid-range yesterday. And then it also respected that range high today around that gray area. The gray area just kind of signifies like a thicker SR level. It's not like a demand level. I know I usually use like a gray box for demand or whatever.
Right.
But I think that general area is a nice SR level. And so this is one of the charts I'm working with. And in this case, it looks like we've got our breakout. Like we are off to the races as long as it doesn't break back below 248. Yeah. But then if Jared pulls up the other chart that I sent him.
Sorry, I got to get off get my eyes a break. Okay, hold on. I got to get prepped and ready.
Yeah, get prepped and then close your eyes.
Okay, and go.
Deep breath.
Yeah. Was
Wrong
that
one.
it? Oh,
Okay,
balls.
there we go.
Is that it? I got it, right?
Yeah, yeah, you
Okay.
got it, you got it. So here's the other one. The mid range on this one also pretty clean interactions. And I like how the range high on the seventh, like the consolidation above the range high,
Yeah.
like it held that support so well at 250, and then when we broke down, it started immediately acting as resistance. So going off this one, we still need to flip that 250 level, but regardless, I think it's a good sign that we have gotten above. We've broken that little low time frame downtrend. We're above 248. But I think the full on confirmation for me will be if we can break out like above this last resistance.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree. Oh, okay. Oh my God.
All right, get off that chart. Get off of it. Quick.
That's hilarious.
Before someone has a seizure.
No kidding.
I do actually have like a nice dark mode that's in my
Do you?
I think so. I like the layout of it. Let me see.
Let's see if I just had my first ban for the guy who just kept dropping penis into the chat. Thank you for that.
Nice.
I've never banned anyone before. You're the first. Good for you. I try not to. Yeah, so
I can't find it. Yeah, you can. That's basically what I'm seeing with Soul, and I mean that kind of lines up with your moving average here, and
it does.
I don't know.
No, it does. Like the only thing
Let's
that
kick Cos.
Let's kick.
Just got a suntan.
There's some good ones. Somebody did come into your defense and said, I think he was talking about me, not you. He said, your chart is killing my brain because of my red-green weakness. So that's fair. That's fair. I'll take both sides. I could do something different with mine. Well, the funny thing is, like, I try to not have bias, too. Like, I try to not have bias, but here I am with red-green charts. You know?
Right.
It really should be shades
Yeah,
of gray.
I think, I don't know. I've just been using the white for like 3 years or 4 years or whatever, and now it's like when I'm looking at a dark mode chart, I feel like levels don't jump out to me as they do when I'm looking. I don't know. Maybe I could just be an idiot as well.
No. Well, I mean, look, I say it all the time, and I've said it to you. Like, I do these stupid lines and boxes for simplicity's sake, right?
Yeah.
Like, this is now like very opaque, like you can barely see it. But that's the whole idea. Is so when you take a glance at something, it's very easy to see what's going on.
Right. Yeah.
But
for sure, the 4 hour also looks pretty good on Soul.
The 4 hour does look good.
Maybe it was like the 6. Other than this candle, like I don't know, it doesn't look.
But this candle's still got 41 minutes left. But you have this because really it started last candle on that breakout, right?
Right.
We broke out through, and as long as we hold this area, because the A line works both ways. I got to get off my thick ass. There we go. The A line works both ways. So as long as we can hold this area, that 246 or whatever we just talked about, like it's still very, very bullish. So look, everyone talks about selling the news, right? Buy the rumor, sell the news. Well, are we calling the entire Solana conference the news? Like, are we really thinking that Sam, like the richest dude among the richest dudes in crypto, it's either him or CZ, are gonna really just allow Solana to get shit on while they're having a worldwide conference right now in Portugal?
No, I don't think so.
I don't think so. So you and I actually have not talked about like Ethereum or Bitcoin right now, but obviously you know that ETHBTC is like my jam. What are your thoughts on like Bitcoin, Ethereum? What's going on there?
Well, Bitcoin is finally above that level that I wanted to see us break above, which was like 63.8, 63.7. Like that's kind of what I was waiting for long, and I didn't take a Bitcoin trade for like a week and a half because it was just consolidating below that. And honestly, like that was good for me because I wasn't getting chopped up.
Right.
Which and it was everybody was it was getting super wicky. A lot of wicks. But in classic Bitcoin fashion, the candle that breaks through the level I'm looking to flip went way past it, and I was asleep, maybe?
Yeah, that one right there.
I don't remember.
Yep.
Yeah. Oh, no, I was not asleep. That was like 4 p.m. I'm not sure what happened. I don't remember seeing that happen live, so I was probably just not on my phone for a while.
Yeah.
And then it was like at 65, and I was like, okay, I'm not longing this $2,000 above the level that I was looking for us to flip. But I mean, as long as Bitcoin holds above that, I think I have a like higher time frame bullish bias. I mean, we were consolidating between, I mean, we all kind of do, but I mean, I guess medium term. Like we were consolidating from October 20th until November 7th. So,
Which in crypto feels like, months, right?
right, yeah, no, it was
It was bad
a
out
while.
here, I mean, that's...
And I feel like this looks to be a legit breakout of that. We held that weekly SR at 58.5, and now it's like,
Yep.
unless it consolidates between 64 and 67 for a couple days, like I see no reason to be bearish as long as we're above like 64.
Yeah, I agree completely. It's like I think you're probably similar to me, where like Bitcoin is the show, but there's so many other cool things to play with right now that it's like, what are you gonna do? And
Right.
I think it's more fun to long other things. Like I never really enjoy trading Bitcoin. I don't. I mean, it's fun. You can make money on it, but I get less excited about Bitcoin as I do other things. So yeah, we formed this like double top, triple top, whatever in this area on this. I'm using the 4 hour. I just pulled up Deribit as a chart that I haven't drawn all over, and we broke through that. Yeah. So I would love for us to just rip straight through. Basically. Right, absolutely. That was the former. I mean, really the range high, right?
Right.
So we had range middle, range high, range low. I didn't draw it. And so, yeah, what I love to us to just flag here and break out. Yeah, in fact, if you listen to people on the Twitters, that's what I think is going to happen. There's no high or low to be put in. We're going through this week.
Right.
So
I could see it.
Right, and I could too. And look, I moved the fund to reflect that. So. Not that I necessarily think it's going to happen. I just think it's a higher probability play, which is all that entire trading theory is about. Is take the higher probability plus expected value trades and work them back and forth. Right, that's it.
Yeah,
that's literally it. So yeah, keep above this level and we're fine. But yeah, I changed the fund over at 64.1. And so a couple $1,000 is really good.
Right.
So somebody was asking about Soleth. Do you look at that?
Probably not as much as I should. I mean, not often. I probably should. Also, you have 110 people in here. Is that a record?
Hey, 110. It is actually. I think it is a record. You know what, guys? Go. If we keep above 100 for the stream, or like for an average of the stream, or whatever it is, I get some sort of like unlock for Twitch. So keep it up.
It better be cool emojis.
I don't know. I think it might be emojis. Again, I'm such a boomer with this shit, dude. I have no idea.
Hey, I don't know how to use Twitch either. So
yeah, it's all the same. First time here, loving the content. Thanks, Yellow Flash. Yeah, I'm sorry. There's usually a lot of people. Whenever you come in, you first time chat, I'll acknowledge you. And Baskich, what a handsome devil. Well, thank you, sir.
Dude, that's the Wassifier. He's the GOAT. That's the stream.
Oh, that's him?
That's him.
Oh my God, dude. Literally the funniest shit I've ever seen. I'm going to take an aside just to talk about this. So this guy, so obviously we have a lot of crossover in our audience, but M. Baskich does a stream summary of Kaz's stream, including the first one that I really saw was the one that I was on last time. And I was laughing hysterically while I was reading it.
Yeah. He does a great job. It's like a perfect combination of like roasting me and adding more value. So it's great.
Like,
I love it.
He did actually like give the content, but he also was like, okay, so it like you would use those notes for an exam and you would still pass the exam.
Right.
Right. But you just got
it was like last time.
Yeah.
After something, he was like, Kaz talks about something that he thought was funny. It wasn't.
That's hysterical. Cody says first time meeting the streams live. Huge both fan. Of you, glad to be able to catch it. Very, very cool.
What's up, Cody?
Demure, Mo, Inzi, let's kick it, Kaz. Oh, we got a lot of first time chatters.
Oof. We do. I posted in the Discord, so I think if you came in, and this is like 3-4 hours before like the normal stream time, so it's also like a slightly like not just the people who are on my stream.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
some extra.
Slightly different audience. Yeah, because when you stream, I usually have like an hour, and then I have to go do stuff with my kid.
Right.
So I don't really have a ton of time here. So this is my created Soul ETH chart, because there actually is not a trading pair that's like older than, you know, a few weeks or months maybe on Solana. Maybe not months, but a few weeks, where you can actually see how it's traded against Ethereum. But so somebody asked, take a look at this. I mean, we're looking at a double top on this right now on the daily. So
Yeah.
there's something to be said about that. But I mean, we have been absolutely crushing. We 5x'd from mid-August to today.
It's pretty impressive.
Yes, because it's not like Ethereum was like messing around, not doing anything on that run. Okay, so so that's a pretty big run.
Right.
And I don't mind this. So like, how would you determine this to be not a double top but a flag? Like, what would you look for? Just breaking the range high? Because like this is a 3-day chart, so I'm gonna put it here. 0.055.
For me, I'd be looking at this as if it were like a range. You got the range low on that.
Yep. 0.0425.
Couple candles later, right?
Yeah.
And yeah, break out of that. Look for continuation. Otherwise, maybe pull back a little or just keep consolidating in there. You know,
Right.
like we could see both Sol and Ethereum ripping up in terms of USD, and not really one or the other vastly outperforming the other, but just kind of like one day it's Sol, one day it's Ethereum, and just consolidate until the market decides something.
Until there's one big move either way. Yeah, you could just essentially, all right, Solana's in control, Ethereum's in control. Solana's in control, Ethereum's in control. And like you can see it on my screen, but just kind of that's the range, right? Until there's a break one way or the other. And it's not like there's a ton of stuff or a ton of movement. It's not like now Solana has some grossly undervalued market cap. Like it's 4 right now, isn't it?
I think so.
I'm pulling it up.
But it's still like 1/6 of this or 1/8 of the size of Ethereum. But I mean, obviously, Ethereum's huge.
Yeah. So Ethereum's 567 billion. Solana is, I'm rounding up, 76 billion. So, you know, yeah, it could still, you're right. It could still, if double, triple, whatever, from here and still not even be half.
Yeah.
Which
exactly.
I think makes sense.
Right. And if I had to make a guess, I would say we consolidate in this range and then we break out to the upside. I don't really think this breaks down unless the weekly doesn't look bad.
Yeah, you're right.
Unless some like I don't know, when is ETH 2.0 supposed to happen?
Fuck. I tell you what, man, you got to answer to that question. Let me know because I'm going to buy some options.
Right. And I'm saying like a successful ETH 2.0 launch and gas is all of a sudden like absurdly cheap, then it's like, all right, maybe it breaks down.
Yeah.
But given some type of crazy event like that, I think this continues to go up.
And we were talking about this the other day. I don't know if it was you and I, if it was in the chat room or whatever, but you know, people bitch about Ethereum. And look, I hate trading on Ethereum. I hate it. I trade it when I have to, right? And like I had to when I was changing over the fund, you know, that cost me $1,200 just to reallocate. But they don't give a shit about me and you, right? So Ethereum 2.0 is nice. Like it'll make things cheaper for Joe Everyman. But for people that are trading millions, it's $200 per transaction. For people that are trading $1,000, it's $200 per transaction.
It's $200 per transaction for $1,000 transaction.
Well, if you're trying to do it like right now, gas is 192, 175 just dropped. So I have like a live monitor in my browser.
It's been so bad.
Yeah.
You want to hear one of my my personal ETH story from the other day?
Yeah, let's do it.
So I was sending someone $5,000.
Ooh.
And I converted Sol to Ethereum very cheaply in Solet. I moved maybe I could have done this better, but moved the Ethereum to my MetaMask, cost like $150, $200.
Okay.
And then converted the Ethereum to USDT, cost another $150, $200. sent the USDT, and it cost like 75, $100. So I think I paid like $400 or $500 to send $5,000.
Yeah. Yeah. Western
Which-
Union would have been cheaper.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. No, it's tough.
It's
it's
bad.
Like it's just stupid, and it's pricing out the vast majority of people. Like Ethereum's becoming like if your portfolio's $5,000 and you want to convert it into USDT,
Yeah.
and you're about to lose 4% on that convert, like come on now,
You can't do it.
it's so bad. No,
You can't do it. Flockenbostel says, so what's the right play then? Well, that's why I think AVAX has succeeded. That's why I think
AVAX and Sol.
AVAX, Sol, and quite frankly, Binance Smart Chain.
Yeah, I did
Binance.
not have much experience with that one.
Yeah, you
because
missed that one. We were friends. We
I
were
didn't,
friends.
I
on
didn't
that
get
back
into
then,
I didn't get into the craziness early,
Oh.
and since then there hasn't really been a reason for me to.
It was so good,
use it.
though. It was so good.
But that because I remember I was asking you like, hey, what do you think is the best way of converting AVAX into Sol?
Yeah.
And you were saying bridging it to BSC.
If you wanted to do it
And I did-
cheaply, that you could
Right.
go essentially from Sol to BSC to
Right.
whatever AVAX or AVAX.
And last night when I was asking you, I think Gwei got down to like 60 or 70.
Yeah.
And I think you were asleep. So I was like, whatever. And it was only like $20 for me to do it.
Isn't that
like,
amazing?
Right. Yeah. And so I was like, when it's like that, I don't care. And it was like 20 something grand. So it wasn't like a couple $1,000 that only cost $20.
Right.
I think it was like 20 or 25 that I was trying to convert from AVAX into Sol. And yeah, it wasn't bad, but
You gotta
was a
wait for those
Sunday
points.
night.
Absolutely.
Right, but it's like, are you just going to wait all week to do all your transactions in one night? Like sometimes it's just not practical.
By the way, so I have an extension in Google Chrome, which I advise you all to get. I don't want you guys to get a bad one, so I'll post the link in the Telegram, and then you can post it in Discord. But it's,
I think you could post it in the stream chat, or I can.
well, I don't know how to. Well, let me look on a page that's not live streaming.
Yeah.
Hold on a second.
One of your other
Yeah.
monitors.
Yeah, this is it. So I will post it in here right now.
I'm going to click on it so fast.
Okay. So
Got it.
He's there. So DeFi Saver gas price extensions that goes into Google Chrome. If you're not using Chrome, sorry, it doesn't work for you. But it essentially,
Is this going to give me a virus?
I mean, it might. I don't know. It's approved on the Chrome store, so I'm hoping
I'm
not.
just kidding.
That's why I wanted to verify the link, so I didn't do anything stupid.
Right.
But
yeah.
so
It's got 15 reviews. Are you on there?
I'm not. I'm not a big review guy. So
Yeah.
my point is, always in the top right of my screen, it shows me what the gas prices are, which is super nice. So like right now it's 163. It's going to refresh for the next block. Now it's 138. It's a pretty big move from block to block, which is nice. Fucking ads. Don tells me, but I'll tell you this.
DeFi gas. Okay. So it says 139.
Yeah, 139 right
Is that
now.
what yours?
Yep. But
Yeah. You can notify.
that's
man.
why I'm bringing this up. They're in an ad right now, so hold on a second. Let's wait till they get back so we can talk about this more. Because I think
Actually,
this is,
no. Let's drop all the alpha
Yeah,
for
let's-
people that pay for Twitch Premium.
Yeah. So anyway, guys,
The
that's what.
rich get richer.
Well, anyway,
Oh my
thanks, guys.
gosh.
That was that alpha I gave you on the Chrome extension. Welcome back.
Yeah.
No. It also gives you the tip recommendation too. So anyway, I should just wait.
Yeah.
Thanks for the
Let's,
invite.
Hey, while we're waiting,
Yeah, what's up?
cool statistic.
Okay.
Lucas Raymond has 6 goals. Alexis Lafreniere has 4 points.
Oh, who was the better pick? Sonya, I'm subbed.
We
yeah,
had-
Brad. Ugh, God.
We have a little time to talk more Red Wings because these guys are all in their ad break. But we literally had one of the worst seasons ever. Got screwed in the lottery. Could
Yep.
not have fallen further.
Yep.
And then pick Lucas Raymond, who's going to be the best player from that draft class.
I think you're right. Dude.
All right.
He's so sick.
He's great.
He's
Back
so
to the gas saver.
All right. So are you guys
You
all
saw his
back?
goal yesterday, though, right?
I did. It was filthy.
Okay.
It was
Yeah,
filthy.
yeah.
No, I watched the game. Well, I watched most of the game.
I know. Dude, I wish that was the Vegas game that I'm at because I'll be at their game in 10 days in Vegas.
Oh,
and
that's
it's
sick,
like,
dude.
if that game against Vegas is just trash, but the first game against Vegas was just the most epic game ever, I will be a little upset.
Yeah, yeah. I am with you.
Anyway, gas tracker.
All right, are you guys back? Are we back? I get still some people bitching.
I think they're back. It was like a minute or
Einstein,
two.
what's with the ads? Okay.
Do
we're
you
back.
set up the ads, or how does that even work?
Honestly,
Twitch
dude,
just runs them.
This is how messed up this is. I have no idea. Like this, I'm really. Look, I'll log in now because somebody said there's another one. Yeah, so
Another
Soul
what?
BTC actually has probably
Okay.
just as good of a. I'll pull that up too in case there's somebody else. Yeah, so
Another
Soul
what?
BTC actually has probably. There we go. I had to just mute myself. Got some feedback there.
What is Soul doing? We rejected from the weekly open.
247, yeah. 6 ads in less than an hour. What the hell?
That's
All right.
kind of absurd.
That's a problem. That's a problem. I will get this sorted out, fellas. I don't know. Literally, this is how we never had ads for the first like 8-10 months that I streamed, and now we got ads. So I don't know if I like hit some sort of threshold. They're like, it's worth it for this guy to have ads now, so we'll just toss him on.
Right. Twitch is like, oh, we want to monetize this guy. We're going to take his money.
Dingus says Jared just slapping that ad break button. Hand to God, dude. I've never once started an ad. Okay. I think you know what
Jared doesn't even know where the ad button is.
I don't. I'm in my like creator dashboard right now, and I don't even know what I'm looking at. Okay, that's how bad it is out here right now for me. Now
That's
we're
funny.
over. Yeah, no, we're at 128. 129
Love it.
people. Very, very cool. Thank you for the Kaz audience coming in hot. So anyway, now that we're assuming you're back from ad break, let me tell you this: DeFi Gas Saver. I just put the link in the chat. It tells you the gas fee every moment. So right now, just the base fee is 140. Okay. Right below that, there's priority tip. The priority fee, often called the miner tip, is an additional fee that is paid directly to the miners in order to incentivize inclusion in your transaction. So you can add the tip on top of whatever gas is at that moment, and you almost get mined immediately if you really need to get that stuff in, which is super nice. Okay? Super, super nice. But the bigger point of me even saying that is you can put notifications in on this. So if you say notify me when gas is below 70 set, which I just did because there's something I want to do. If it gets below 70 Gwei, I'll be able to hop on and do that transaction. So there's ways to do it. And I would imagine that most of us aren't like in and out of shit right now in Ethereum anyway. Mm-hmm. So it's like, if I'm just trying to move one position, it's not really like important from a timing perspective. Use DeFi Gas Saver, set an alert for yourself. It'll ping you when it gets to your level. Go do your transaction. So
yeah, dude, it's funny using Avalanche and Solana so much. I'm just like in the habit of just spamming the like swap button or the confirm button. And so I'll get to Ethereum and it's like about to charge me like $800 because Gwei is absurd. And I'm like, wait, hold up.
Wait a minute.
Right.
Somebody asked about this earlier. Are you on the Luna train at all?
I do like Luna, but I do not have as much exposure as I would like.
Dude, look at this chart.
Yeah, no, it's absurd.
It's ripping.
I've been trading Luna a lot, but I don't hold a ton of spot Luna.
So I have a ton of spot Luna on chain because I'm big into Cosmos or the entire Atom eco, which you should be too.
Is Luna like a part of?
They
Atom,
are, dude. They just onboarded IBC like not that long ago. So now they're a part of the Cosmos, which, by the way, AVAX rumored to be joining as well.
Yeah, that sounds bullish.
Which would be nuts, okay? So think about that for a moment. But Luna joined not that long ago, and so they like Osmo, which is like the Uniswap, I guess. If you not really, this is not that linear, but Osmo is like where you go to trade because they have the deepest liquidity. You can farm with Luna right now, which is what I'm doing. I'm essentially farming Luna and UST, so like their dollar token with Luna,
right? And
getting paid like 190% APY.
Wow!
And nobody knows about it. It's unbelievable. It's unbelievable. This token has been up only for literally months,
for literally ever.
Yeah, and it's just farming straight up. So. Yeah, you guys should check it out. It's super, super nice. I also have a ton of Secret, a ton of Juno, a ton of Osmo. Like I am way too deep into Atom. So I guess that's my bet, huh? I don't know.
It's not a bad thing to be overexposed to,
No, no, it's a good. I think it's a good thing. I think it's a good thing.
right?
Where are you farming? So it's on Osmo. If you go to Osmo, let me see if I can pull it up without doxing all my shit. Hold on. Probably not.
Always do it on your other monitor
I
first.
know. When I first started streaming, I pulled up like my account and I was like, "Oh shit!" Well, all right, yeah, I can do it here, and I'll pull it down.
Yeah, I locked my computer when I was streaming that last time, and thankfully the screen goes black because it's just like my name and everything. Like,
Yeah.
when you log into your computer, I should set up a guest profile with like a Google Chrome that I'm not logged into, and then it just like I could do anything on the computer, and it's just like a guest thing.
Yeah, it's a good idea. It's a good idea. It's just an extra